Buenas noches, mi amigas. ¿Cómo está?
Muy bien.
Muy bien, good, see? We're already ahead. How many people here know that Mexico helped save the Union? Is there anybody here? Well, then you're going to hear for the first time. How many people know about Cinco de Mayo? Yes? Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May? The 5th of May actually celebrates a battle, the Battle of Pueblo, in May 5th, 1862. Now remember 1862 because that's the point of the story. We had a new president in Mexico named 1860?
Eduardo Romero.
Benito Juarez. And when he came into office, he found out that the treasury had been looted and there was no money. So he called off the payments for 2 years on a moratorium of the bonds that were being held by French, English, and Spanish bankers. Now the bankers in those days didn't fool around. When they saw the moratorium, they wanted their armies and navy to go and capture Veracruz. Everybody knows Veracruz? It's a seaport. They wanted to capture the city and take control then of all the trade, and that would mean the money and the import taxes. Well, the British and the Spanish were satisfied with that, but not the French. Who was the leader of the French in those days? Napoleon, the nephew of the original Napoleon, and he wanted an empire in America. He wanted an empire that then would control America, and he would then, as a French ruler, be over that. So he wanted his army not just to stop in Veracruz, but he wanted them to head to Mexico City. And he wanted to take Mexico City, set up his empire, and who was he going to assist? The Confederacy. He was going to assist the Confederacy because he didn't want to see a big united America, which someday might rival France. So he sent his army from Veracruz, and they came to a small little town called Pueblo. And there were 4,500 Mexican soldiers, not very well equipped, but very smart, just like ours at Lexington and Concord. And the French army, the finest army in the world at that time, 8,000 of its best troops came, and fortunately it started to rain that day. Maybe that's our Guadalupe there, she was there. It started to rain, and the Mexicans had seized the high points, the hills. The Mexicans were smart enough to know the high ground is what you want. And here come these French soldiers, and the Mexicans also had set up some barricades. And the French soldiers attacked through the mud and the rain, trying to go up the hill, and guess what the Mexican soldiers did? Pushed them back and defeated them, and they lost the battle, and they lost a lot of French troops. And so Napoleon had to pull all the way back to Veracruz. If in 1862 he had won the battle and set up his empire and assisted the Confederacy, Robert E. Lee was having a really good year in 1862, and they may have had a different outcome of the Civil War. But because of the Battle of Pueblo and Napoleon back in Veracruz, it took him another year in order to really outfit and start again. That 1 year we used to set up our armed forces with Grant taking Vicksburg and also Gettysburg. So if Battle of Pueblo had gone the other way, we might not have a United States. And so whenever you pass by this restaurant in Pueblo or celebrate Cinco de Mayo and have your Corona beer and your lime and all that, thank Mexico and those 4,500 soldiers that helped us keep our union. Gracias. Gracias.